this is my first and only what I believe is a real paranormal experience. I know.
Here we go.
I have no explanation for this. And I have a witness. This is at another Airbnb, by the way.
I want to know where it is after so I can maybe go there.
It's in Buffalo.
Okay.
So this is a Rust Belt ghost.
What?
Rust Belt.
What does that
Buffalo is in the Rust Belt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a geographer. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I thought this was a
rusty
specific
belt buckle.
No, I thought this was a specific type of ghost. I was like, whoa, what does that mean?
Yeah, it just floats around under flannel sheets instead of white ones.
Yeah.
Well, it was it's me and this guy I was seeing, and we had the place for 3 nights. And it was one of those places where you show up and you're like, oh, this host lives here full time. You know, their groceries are in the thing, which is fine. The place wasn't dirty, but that was a little disappointing. Small space. One of the only notes that he left for us was that the bathroom light is on a motion sensor. So it'll just go on and off by itself. Okay, cool. Everything's fine. First night, I'm in a place in my life at this point where I have to listen to white noise when I sleep through headphones, thick headphones, because the guy I'm with is very loud with his snoring. So I'm in a dead sleep, and I hear the front door slam hard, and I can wake up and I can see the front door from the bed I'm in. So it was like my eyes were open, and I get up immediately, sit up in the bed immediately, and look at the front door. And I take the headphone off, and I go, hello? And the bathroom motion light comes on, which I can see, you know, the light of. And of course, when that happens, you have to just keep sitting there listening.
Yeah.
And I'm listening for like 20 solid seconds. The guy, he's asleep. He's got earbuds in. So I don't know. But this thing was so loud, it came in over the white noise. And I'm like, after 20 seconds, motion light goes off. So I say, hello? Again, nothing. So I get out of the bed and creep around the corner where the bathroom is. I see there's nobody there. And I'm like, and then I go and I look behind the couch. It's a really small space. Nobody could be high. I open closet doors. I'm like, nobody's here. Nobody's in the shower. And then I open the front door. Nobody's in the hall. It's only a 4-unit building. And I slam the door shut to see, was this in my mind or is this the noise I heard? And it was the exact noise that I heard. And then I was like, what could have just did the host just swing by and grab something? This was at 2 a.m. And I'm thinking he came by to grab something real quick that he forgot and then just accidentally slammed the door when he left. That's what I kind of chalked
Trying
it up
to be logical. Yeah.
to be. I'm like, whatever. I'm not finding anything. I'm up for maybe another hour. Nothing.
Did you never wake up the guy?
I didn't.
That would be the first thing I'd be like, get up.
I'd be like, get the fuck up. Door just slammed. I'd wake him up.
Yeah. He was like a, you know, he had an anger problem. So you can't really, I'm safer with the intruder.
Safer
I'm
with
taking
the
my
fucking Rust Belt ghost.
than waking this motherfucker up. I'm
so
sorry.
happy you're in therapy.
Yeah. Me
Worried
too.
for you.
Me too. Okay. Night number 2.
Did you ever tell him about what happened?
No, I did not tell him. And night number 2, I just chalked up like, I don't know what the fuck that was. Okay. So.
And did you check in the bathroom, like everything?
Everything. And the place is so tiny. It's like a Buffalo, you know, small.
Yeah. Okay.
One of those type of buildings.
Did you deadbolt the door then at that point or something?
Oh, yeah. It was locked when I went to open it.
Wow. Okay.
To check to see if it was the same sound.
I do understand, not to cut you off, that sometimes when something startles you awake, it's easy to like explain in a way that it's like, oh, it could have still been like part of a dream or something, but the light turning on, maybe not.
Well, I did that too.
Yeah.
I said maybe it was in my head.
Yeah.
Because how could it possibly penetrate? I've got thick headphones on with white noise blaring into my ears.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
And why would the light go?
Then over the next day, I noticed that the bathroom light goes on and off randomly. Okay. And then I'm like, oh, it's got something wrong with it. Or it's very sensitive and picks up on everything. There's a window there. So maybe it's picking up on car lights that are coming down the street or something like that. Right. So night number 2, we order a pizza and the empty pizza box is on the kitchen counter. And he's like outside going for a walk or something, and I'm in the living room. And the kitchen is around the corner, so I can't see into the kitchen. And I start hearing the pizza box moving, and I'm like, was that? And then, it happens again, and I'm like, what the fuck, is there a mouse? And I go in, nothing's been moved. And on top of the pizza box, there's a 2-liter of soda. So not only is the pizza box not moving, it can't even be opened. And I'm like, what the heck? No, something's going on here. Like, I'm not crazy. I didn't just imagine that noise. I don't see, we haven't seen any mice. It's a clean place. It's not like that. It could have been a mouse, but like, how's a mouse going to move a bike? It was clearly the sound of it like opening.
It was a Rust Belt mouse.
It's the Rust Belt mouse. Okay. At that point, I actually checked to see what is making the bathroom light go off. Because I'm like, you know what? Maybe there's something. And you cannot, the window is blacked out. So it's not picking up on anything from the street.
Could it be like a bug maybe?
Yeah, could have been a bug. Didn't think of that. I didn't see any bugs. And sometimes I would also hear like what sounded like people, but I was like, well, that's nothing because it's a 4-unit building. That could be from the other apartments. Okay. 3rd night, I come in from a walk and the guy I'm with.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Still now didn't mention anything to the guy.
I haven't mentioned anything to him because it's like, how do you,
right?
So 3rd night, I come in and he goes, oh, you're here. And I went, yeah. And he goes, I thought you came in earlier because I heard the door shut. And when you came in earlier, when I thought you came in earlier and the door slammed, I started singing because I thought it'd make you laugh. So I was in here singing and I came out and nobody was here. And that's when I told him what I experienced. And he was like, oh, okay, maybe the place is haunted.
And I doesn't care.
Yeah. And I go, okay, how are you sure it was the door? And he goes, I think. He goes, it was that convincing that I really thought that you had just walked in. So I go to the front door and I go, was it? And I open and shut it and I go, is this what you heard? And he goes, louder. So we did it until it was as loud. He goes, it was that loud. And then that's when I exchanged my story with him. And he was like, yeah, there's definitely something going on.
Okay. So when you say it's a 4-unit property, what exactly, like, are there other doors that are entrances that maybe you're hearing those doors slamming?
We did think of that. But when we did our experiment, he kept saying, do it harder because it was louder than that.
I see.
That's when we decided it couldn't have been the other doors. Now there was a door, like there was a hall, there was like a long hall. So there was another front door across the hall. And so there were only 2 apartments upstairs. So just us and the other front door. And we both decided like there's no way it could have been the other front door. Because in order for that front door to make that loud of a sound as this, like being with the distance, it just didn't make any sense because you'd have that muffled effect from the wall, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know, man. I think something was going on there. I really do.